Hello, this is Alistair Goodell from GT Driving School. This little video is all about 3 points on the show me tell me questions that are 3 tell me questions within or under the bonnet. Now, people quite often get worried about where they are and what to do about them. So first of all, you've got to try and find out how to open the bonnet. Now in this particular case, on this car, which is a Peugeot 108, the bonnet latch is not on the driver's side but on the passenger side. So if I just open the door and come round, you'll see just underneath here there's a little latch just down the side here where you can pull and opens the bonnet. So coming back out again, that will just release the catch for the bonnet, and the bonnet then can be opened. In this case, the little stick that helps to prop up the hood is positioned in this clip here. It then goes down to a hole down here, and then you can have a look at the engine itself. Now there are 3 elements, 3 questions that they might ask you, one of which is how do you check the brake fluid. Now the brake fluid is this bottle here. The symbol that's on the top here is the universal symbol for brakes, the circle with the brackets on either side of it. You'll find that the ABS light, which sometimes will come on the dashboard, which is also one of the questions for the tell me questions, has the same symbol. What you're looking for here is the level of the fluid. Now sometimes it's a little bit difficult to see, but essentially all you need to do is tell the examiner that when the fluid gets down towards the bottom end of the bottle, you take it to a garage. You do not play with or add any brake fluid to that bottle. The reason being is that you don't want any air bubbles inside your brake fluid. If you do get air bubbles inside it, it could cause problems with the brake lines and not allow you to brake efficiently to stop. And if you did have an accident and it was proved that you did tamper with the brake fluid before the accident, your insurance might be invalid. So it's important not to play with it. The next thing we're going to look at is the oil. Now in this case we've got 2 parts to it. We've got the dipstick at the bottom here, and then further up we've got the oil cap itself. Now first of all, they'll ask you how do you check the oil. Now you would use the dipstick. Now first of all, they will also ask you not to touch anything because everything is very hot. So what you just explained is that you remove the dipstick, you take it out, you clean it, you would put it back in the same hole, take it out again and read the teeth. Now in this particular case I'll show you what we're looking for. There are 2 teeth at the bottom here. When it goes down towards the lower level, you need to add oil, and when you add oil you'll put it in the cap here. Now it's important to make sure that you don't put more than you need in there, so be careful about reading the instructions as to how much oil you may or may not need. The third question is about the coolant, engine coolant, and this particular car has it nicely labelled coolant on that cap, and the engine coolant is the radiator water. So how do you check that? Well, just round the back here in this case there are 2 levels, and on those 2 levels, on the higher one or the lower one, if it gets towards the lower one, you top it up yourself with antifreeze and water mixture. Okay, so coolant, oil and brake fluid. We don't need to worry about windscreen wash anymore That used to be one of the tell me questions, but not anymore. Okay, there we are. Then you'd be asked to just close the hood again. The clip is, in this case, we take the stick out of the hole, put it back into the clip, and gently bring the hood down and close it with a click. Okay, there you go.